Hi, today I'd like to do something a little bit different. Today, I'm going to get ready to spill the tea today. So, I'm going to start a new series on things that I would say regretted purchase. When you buy a lot of stuff, you you run into problems and you learn from your purchase. So, that's why I want to start this series and share with you how stupid I was, the mistake I made, so that hopefully you learn from my mistake and don't don't repeat the same things. So for the first regretted purchase I want to share with you is the bag here. It's a it's a leather camera bag from ONA, ONA. I bought this bag years ago now. It was I believe it was kind of when Instagram started to become a thing, and the terms of influencers start to appear on social media, and that's the time that I bought this bag. I bought this bag because back then I think CDC still didn't have all kind of rules and restriction for influencers for social media marketing. So I bought this bag because I fell for influencer marketing strategy. Back then, you see a lot of photographers that using this bag, either ONA send them the bag or ONA pay them to use the bag. That I don't know, but they were somewhat benefited from using this bag, because you started to see photographers that went out to the wilderness, using the bag in front of the waterfall or on top of the cliff, or people in the national park canoeing with their golden retriever, and you see the bags and all that. So of course I love dogs, who don't love dogs, so, and you see all these imagery that painted a picture about a lifestyle. That's how marketing companies sell products. And I did fall for it. I mean, I bought the bag apparently. The funny thing is, personally, I'm not even that adventurous kind of person. I love nature, but I don't really go hiking for hours. That's rare for me. I did that before, but that's rare for me. And even when I go camping, I use a trailer. So, but everyone see those images. It paint a nice picture, calming, and some kind of a modern life that young people are living in. So that's how I fell for it. And back then, I wasn't really getting into buying bags yet. Back then, I think the most expensive bag I bought probably maybe around $150. And this leather bag cost, I believe, $450 back then. I'm not sure if they're still selling this model or they are still selling this bag. This is a full grain leather camera bag. I know when you look at it, you think, oh, this is a nice bag. Why are you regretting buying this bag? Well, it is a nice bag. The leather is gorgeous. As you can see, once it aged, it developed these beautiful patinas away. But the issue I have with this bag was, you know how leather bag usually is heavier than, let's say, nylon fabric or cordura fabric, and having a heavy camera bag could be challenging when you have heavy cameras. Back then I was still using, for example, my Canon 5D Mark II and some kind of full frame camera, and some of the lenses, they are a few pounds heavy, and when you put in a heavy camera bag like this is really hurting on my shoulders. You know, I'm not a bodybuilder, so everything adds up, and it could become a burden before you can really enjoy the nature and go take picture and be adventurous. So, and on top of that, let me show you this strap. It's adjustable strap, but unfortunately with the shoulder pad right here, so that means you can't adjust shorter than this, or else it will block into the shoulder strap, or you have to find a way to squish the hardware into the shoulder straps, which I don't think is possible. So with the strap so long, when I carry it, it hangs rather low on my hip. Not sure if you have similar experience, but I know some of you may like your handbag hang low, and you know, you like your strap long. But from my experience, when you carry heavy stuff, it feels lighter if the strap is shorter and the bag is closer to your body. If you hang lower, everything feels heavier, at least for my personal experience. So, and when I reach out to them, because it was kind of an investment piece for me back then, so I was hoping they would cut it shorter for me. Like I told them I would pay for it, for them to maybe adjust the strap, you know, make it shorter. But they basically just kind of, I don't remember exact wording, but they basically just tell you to go to the, you know, some shoe repair center or something. They basically have the attitude of, oh, too bad, you know, just go deal with it. So I was kind of shocked with their attitude, and someone left a bad taste in my mouth, I guess. So, and I never really took it to the cobbler or leather repair shop to make it adjusted. It just has been bothering me since. So unfortunately, their customer service was not the most helpful or the most courteous, you could say. And also, the placement of this handle is not the best. I wish it would maybe move it higher, because with leather bag, when you grab it, especially if you have any sort of fingernails, you see all the scratches here. You're going to scratch your back. It's just not the best way for the placement for this handle. And I do like this part, because I don't think I would like it if every time I have to open out the belt buckle. So they do have this kind of push clasp closure. And inside the bag, which I thought would be the worst for camera bag and the most ridiculous setting, I didn't know what's got into me. You know, I must be really dreaming about those national park and all that. I bought this bag, and look at the inside of this bag. The divider that came with the bag. Not sure if you can see. The height is just half of it. Most of the camera bag, the divider is full height to the top, but this one is just half of it. It doesn't make sense, because when you put camera in, let's say you put one camera here and then the lens here, they're going to be higher than this divider, and then they're going to knock on each other. It just doesn't make sense. So I thought this probably the worst thing about this bag is the divider inside. So unfortunately, this was a sort of a unpleasant history of mine, that buying a bag that's not as functional as I was hoping for, because after all, this is a camera bag. So now let's also talk about, I want to share with you How do you spot a fake marketing campaign or fake review on social media or on YouTube? For example, if you like bags, you subscribe to probably at least 10, 20 bag review channels or fashion channels. And if you ever notice, suddenly everyone is reviewing the same bags, you know that likely is some sort of pay arrangement or some sort of free gift arrangement. And a lot of time, when you get a free gift from companies, it's hard for you to say bad things about them. Let's face it. Like, I always try to be nice. So when people are nice to me, it's hard for me to be negative about it. So just personal experience, if you see suddenly a lot of people reviewing the same item, it's likely there was a marketing campaign going on behind the scenes. And sometimes company even pay influencers to compare it to other product and then trash other product. They got paid more for doing that. So, for example, recently I noticed many photography camera review channel that they are doing this comparison between these two action cameras, and their contents ended up somewhat similar. It was like they were giving a bullet point to talk about. Like they all focus on what's good on one camera and what's not good on the other. And a lot of times when people try to sell stuff, unfortunately, they are going to just focus on the good things instead of the bad things. So I would suggest, don't just, even any channel, any review, when people tell you about something, try not to just fully commit or fully believe in what the person said. Try to think about that. And also try to think about it based on your personal experience. Not because the influencer tells you, how amazing it is, and then you just believe it and go buy it. Oftentimes, it's likely you will regret it later. And I have to say, a lot of times, many influencers, they didn't come from a marketing background. They didn't come from an advertising background. They just suddenly got famous for one way or another. So not all of the famous people are ethical in terms of promoting a product. A lot of time, people know this thing is short term, and fame often doesn't last forever. So they would rather focus on making as much money as they could instead of telling the truth. So unfortunately, these are probably ugly truths that some of you may not want to hear about. And I did feel a little nervous talking about this topic because I know most of the time they don't like companies and influencers, they don't like people talking about this. They want you to just believe on what they are selling and promoting. So for disclosure, I did drink a little bit of sake at lunch before filming this so that I would feel more free to talk about these serious issues. And believe me, this won't be this is the first one, but won't be the last video about my regretted purchase. I have definitely bought more bags or items that I regretted buying. And I hope I can share this with you. And if you have any regretted purchase, leave it in the comment. Let me know. I want to learn from you as well. And hopefully, we create a better community and something beneficial for each other so that we can better use our money when buying luxury products or even anything. So Let me know and I'll talk to you again next time. Bye.